The problem is?
Why did you let him in? If that's what the problem
This is bad. Tell me what the problem is. His shirt says "We the People." Please tell me the problem. With the Statue of Liberty.
They'll cancel this meeting. Cancel this meeting.
This video, posted to TikTok by Unsilenced American, is beginning to gain traction. The video shows a man being arrested by Utah State Police in a state Senate hearing a few days ago. The person recording claims that he's being arrested for wearing a shirt that says "We the People." But news outlets reported that he was arrested for wearing a sticker that said "Vote Yes on HB 60. In Salt Lake City, Utah, as the Senate Business and Labor Committee started debating HB 60, which would ban vaccine passports in Utah, committee chair Dan McCay told the large crowd in attendance to remove stickers that said "Vote Yes on HB 60. The most disturbing part of the story is that almost everyone in the room complied, removing and hiding their silent, non-disruptive opinions and peaceful forms of free speech and expression. According to news outlets, one man refused to remove his sticker. As we watch the full video in just a minute, it's kind of unclear whether he's being arrested for the sticker or for his shirt. But either way, it's equally as disturbing. But tyrant Dan McCay will not be disobeyed. Just like any other politician, he's stupid enough to bark arbitrary orders that people are not obligated to follow, but he's not stupid enough to personally try to force his will on those people with violence. Oh no, for that, just like any other politician, he has people that are stupid enough. People that refuse to have any independent thoughts, and rather just obey whoever they believe to be their master at the time. We call these thoughtless creatures police. So thoughtless creatures who have abandoned the thing that makes them human, the ability to think, reason, and make their own choices, approach the man and tell him to either obey and comply with Master McCay, or they will force him to obey and comply. It's important to note that there was no noise or disruption in the room until Master Dan McCay ordered the thoughtless creatures to create a disruption.
The problem is?
Why did you let him in? If that's what the problem
This is bad. Tell me what the problem is.
This whole time. Is this what tyranny looks like? Yes?
His shirt says "We the People." Please tell me the problem. Tell us the problem. With the Statue of Liberty.
They'll cancel this meeting.
This is wrong.
Cancel this meeting.
Morally, legally.
Arrested for wearing a shirt with an I don't know what was my This is so ridiculous. This is insane. His shirt says "We the People" and there's a hat with a flag on it. You gave 5 minutes to
As the thoughtless, order-following creatures begin to attack, the video ends, but not before you see how much of a disruption their attack caused. Now, I hope people realize that the issue here is not whether or not you want a yes or no vote on HB 60. It's about the right to peacefully express your opinions. There's certainly rules of decorum in meetings like this, as there should be. But the claim here is that his disruption was either sitting quietly with the words "Vote Yes on HB 60" or the words "We the People" displayed on his t-shirt. And the specific words that triggered Master McCay are really irrelevant. He shouldn't have been arrested no matter what words were displayed on his shirt or sticker. And Senate President Stuart Adams agrees, quoted as saying, "That shouldn't have happened, and we're reviewing what we're doing and hope to get better." In Cohen v. California, 1971, the Supreme Court ruled that Cohen wearing a shirt displaying the words "F the draft" in a courthouse was constitutionally protected free speech. Therefore, I believe that King Dan McCay is going to have a difficult time proving that this man had no right to display the words "We the People" or "Vote Yes on HB 60" in the state capitol building of Utah.
What this young man did was to walk through a courthouse corridor in Los Angeles County on his way to a courtroom where he had some business. While walking through that corridor, he was wearing a jacket upon which were inscribed the words "the draft." Also were inscribed the words "Stop War" and several peace symbols. When he entered the courtroom, he took off his jacket and held it folded. When he left the courtroom, he was arrested for disturbing the peace, specifically engaging in tumultuous and offensive conduct.
In this respect, it's no different, is it, from what it would be if he'd been picked up out on the street in front of the building or in any other public place?
Exactly, Mr. Chief Justice. I think that's precise. I think it's important at the outset to point out to the court that there was no violence, no component of violence present. Pointing out, as it does, as it can do, depending upon this court's decision, the very vital distinction between dissent, which may be offensive to people, some people may not like it, but nonviolent dissent is terribly important. We submit, Your Honors, that this court make clear that distinction, that dissent by its very nature involves the right to be offensive. If non-offensive dissent is almost a contradiction in terms, because if it's non-offensive, it means you agree with it.
Now, in Cohen versus California, the man had worn the jacket in the corridor, in the hallway, but not specifically inside of the courtroom. And I want to reiterate that I believe there needs to be order and decorum within these meetings. But I also believe that in order to equally apply whatever rule King Dan McCay was trying to apply, he would need to expel anyone and everyone from the room for any words whatsoever displayed on their clothing. That would include this man in the yellow shirt, and this young boy with a brand name logo displayed on his jacket. Most importantly, it would include these brown shirts, displaying the words Utah Highway Patrol on their brown shirts. So even while incorrectly interpreting and demanding compliance with rules of decorum, King McCay failed to demand equal compliance, making it look as if his goal was not to censor all forms of speech and expression, but just certain types of speech and expression. And whether that was his intent or not, that is what happened. If you have any questions or concerns, contact information for Utah Senator Dan McCay, as well as the thoughtless, order-following, brown shirt-wearing Utah Highway Patrol are in the description and the pinned comment below.
The problem is?
Why did you let him in? If that's what the problem
This is bad.
This whole time, is this what tyranny looks like? Yes?
His shirt says "We the People." Please tell me the problem. Tell us the problem. With the Statue of Liberty.
They'll cancel this meeting.
You arrest him, this is wrong.
Cancel this meeting.
Morally legal.
Arrested for wearing his shirt with the animal. This is insane. His shirt says "We the People" and this is having a sign on it. You gave 5 minutes.